What are your thoughts on mustard on pizza? I should ban you for that, honestly. I should perma-ban you for typing those words in my chat, Echo. What's up, everybody? It's JoJo, your favorite gold coach, and I hope you're all doing well. Today's video is going to be a little bit of a different one, obviously, if you can tell by the title. But today we're going to talk a little bit about what recently happened with professional player RuPaul, and also the consequential follow-up from a very certain individual that I don't like very much. But we're also going to talk about the general attitude around it and all of that. So if you weren't aware, honestly, I don't know the exact time frame, probably about 2 weeks back or so, during either a competitive match or a scrim. From the screenshot, it looks like a scrim. Professional player RuPaul typed in team chat, "Shut the fuck up," and then he put the N-word. Now, RuPaul is very clearly and very obviously not black. I don't care if he's white. Some people have said he is. Some people have said no, he's actually Asian or whatever. I don't care. The point is that he's not black. And if you are not black, you shouldn't be saying that word. Now, there's going to be inevitably a bunch of lunatics who come into the comments section to tell me that I'm just being overtly sensitive and we just care about words too much and all of this other nonsense. Those people will be immediately blocked and banned from the channel because I don't care. I'm not going to argue with people who do not feel that they should listen to marginalized groups, or that they feel that they have the right to say slurs, or whatever the case may be. I don't care. I will not argue with people who refuse to listen, and that's just the reality of the situation. Now, it should be pretty obvious as to why this is such a bad thing. It is a racial slur, one that has been used to historically oppress, demean, and abuse black people. I actually saw a black creator. I will go and dig up the name and put his TikTok up in the post here because I can't think of it off the top of my head, but he said that one of the things that a lot of non-black people do not understand is that that word, whenever it is said by a non-black person, especially by a white person, that word is a threat. And it's the same thing as the F slur. I am a queer individual. The first time that I ever had the F slur hurled at me, I was being jumped by 3 guys in a parking lot, and they were only jumping me because I came out as bisexual. They hated me for being bisexual, and they scream that word at me as they attempt to beat me up. That is the power that slurs hold, and that is why you shouldn't say them. Now, RuPaul would go on, after getting kicked off of Team Liquid, to tweet out the following tweet. I'm sorry for the blurriness. I can't do anything about this. This is just the screenshot that I found when I was researching this whole thing. It says, "No excuses for me. I was raised in a Bengali household in America. I myself have experienced racism myself, not only in America, but in other countries as well. Therefore, I should know that using such offensive language is terrible and not something that should be said so casually. It's a horrendous mistake on my part. I don't consider myself a hateful person and always enjoy meeting new people regardless of their background. Sorry to all who supported me. I take responsibility for my mistakes and will go on a break to reflect and work on myself." Now, I'm going to be upfront and honest with you guys. The exact same way that I talked about the dishonesty with Gaming for Hope, I'm going to talk to you about the dishonesty here. He says that he takes responsibility for his mistakes, but I don't think that he does. Number one, the "I will take a break to reflect and work on myself" is just classic YouTuber apology lingo for "I don't really care and I'm going to lay low until this blows over." You don't need to take a break to reflect on yourself. You need to just actually own up to your actions and talk about what it is and the harm that it causes. If any content creator out there wants a cheat code to making amends for getting caught doing this kind of shit, talk about why it's bad. Talk about the history behind it. Talk about why you shouldn't say it. When people defend you, tell them, "Hey, don't defend me, I did wrong." Actually take responsibility for your actions and stop trying to disappear until it all blows over. When he says, where was it? It's a horrendous mistake on my part. That wasn't a mistake. That was something that you intentionally did. A mistake is something that is accidental, that you don't know what's going to come from it. It's it's kind of like when people say cheating is a mistake, right? How does that Eminem lyric go? What, you tripped, fell, and landed on his dick? No, you did. It wasn't a mistake. You purposely typed out a racial slur, which means that it's in your lexicon and you probably say it in your day-to-day life. Nobody slips up and says a racial slur unless they say it all the time. That's just how it is, right? You don't say things that you don't say all the time. That's how our brains work. All in all, this is one of those kind of, and like, he talks about his history with facing racism himself, and that's obviously bad, and we should not combat racism with racism. I think that's pretty obvious, but it feels like he's only bringing that up to try to give him an excuse, right? Like, it would be the equivalent to somebody punching someone else in the face for absolutely no reason, and then going, oh, you don't understand, I've been punched in the face before, so I know how it feels, so I'm sorry for cocking back my fist and punching you in the face. It's just bullshit. And this being bullshit is kind of followed up by a announcement that RuPaul made in his Discord. He says, hey everyone, hey guys, obviously I'm sort of the villain of the month at the moment for valid reasons, so I'm taking a break to reflect and reconnect with family and friends. I know what I typed was wrong and I accept responsibility for it. I love Overwatch more than anything and I'm going to continue playing and streaming it. Despite everything that's happened, I know I'm not a hateful person and I would never use such language to incite hate against others. I'm just going to pause for a second. That doesn't matter. Your intent with the word doesn't matter. The point is that it's a word used to hate black people, and if you are not black, you're using that word immediately incites that kind of reaction in people. I don't care about your intent. Stop bringing up your intent. I hate this shit. And I hate this. I know I'm not a hateful person. I hate this because it doesn't matter what you know about yourself. What matters is the harm you cause. See, this is the problem with all these false apologies that people do, is they never acknowledge the harm they caused without bringing it back on them and being like, oh, I'm sorry. That's not who I am. Oh, you don't understand. I'm just a poor little baby who didn't know not to use a whistle slur. Fucking shut up. Shut up, bro. Like, I talk all the time about how much second chances mean to me and how much I believe that people can grow and learn and be better, because I myself was a shithead as a teenager and a young adult. I myself have done and said things I'm not proud of, but I never once have been like, oh, I'm not that kind of person. That person back then, I don't even know them anymore. No, I know them. They were me. I was a jackass. I deserved to get fucking curb stomped and get my ass beat back then for the type of person that I was. The reality is that I can never reverse some of the harm that I've caused, but I will do my best to fucking make amends for it by speaking up against dumb shit like this. Take actual responsibility for your actions. Anyway, what's the rest of this say? I'll have a stream soonish, probably next week, to talk about everything before I go back home for a few weeks. I respect anyone's decision not to support me, but please do not direct any hate toward my friends or former teammates. I don't know if anybody's doing that, but I will say that if there's 11 people sitting at a table and a Nazi walks up to the table and no one gets up, you have 12 Nazis sitting at a table. So my only hope is that people are holding you accountable. Your friends are actually holding you accountable for your actions. There's a very big problem in the content creator space where a creator will do some fuck shit and then their friends, their co-streamers, their colleagues will not hold them accountable for it. And that's the only thing I'm asking of your friends and former teammates, is that they hold you accountable for your actions. Now, Kajor, I don't know how to pronounce his name, I'm sorry, who is a fellow Overwatch content creator, put it pretty perfectly here. Says, we've had the term flavor of the month before when describing metas in the past. Quote, of the month just implies that this stuff is arbitrary and that slurring doesn't matter because people are going to forget it in a month anyways. And he's right. That's exactly how RuPaul is treating this entire situation. From the way that he's laying out the language, to his words, to everything, is just showcasing that he doesn't actually care about what he said or what he did. He's just hoping that he can say the right things that's going to make it blow over. He's not going to make amends. He's not going to do anything to actually help others and make up for it, because he has the opportunity to do something good. He could do something like do a charity for HBCUs or victims of police brutality, or dozens of other charities out there that help marginalized people, specifically black people, in what's going on. He can do things to try to make up for what he's done, but he's not going to. He's going to disappear for a few weeks. He's going to hang out with friends and family. He's going to joke. He's going to laugh. Maybe he's going to read a book, jack off a bit, and then he's going to come back and he's going to fucking stream, and people are going to pretend like what happened never happened and they don't care. The last thing that I want to talk about in this video is regarding Awkward. Awkward is a jackass. Listen, I'm not gonna lie to you. I think that Awkward is probably one of the biggest pieces of shit in the Overwatch space. You know, when I did the Gaming for Hope video, I was like spectating Overwatch's worst creator, or I explored Overwatch's worst creator or something. Awkward might be worse than Gaming for Hope. I don't know, because Gaming for Hope is like hides his bigotry, but Awkward is just all up front. This is what Awkward had to say on the situation.
An Overwatch pro just said a racial slur on stream, and now he got kicked out of his pro team and also the US National Overwatch World Cup team. And so many people online are freaking out about this and trying to cancel him, and everybody seems to care besides black people. So give me a break and stop being offended on behalf of other people, you soft-ass nick.
Ah, yes, the white person speaking for black people. By the way, this is completely false. Black people are also upset at this. There are tons of black creators on the internet, especially in the Overwatch space, who are talking about how disgusting this was for a pro player who is not black to be typing this out. But Awkward is ever present the jackass who defends bigotry with his full chest. Awkward is a pile of human garbage, and the fact that he has so many supporters still is genuinely baffling to me, because he's essentially the WestJet of Overwatch. He just does bigoted shit, defends bigoted shit, and then keeps moving with his life. Fuck you, Awkward. That's what this video's about. Not just RuPaul and the pro scene, but you particular. I hate you, and I want it on record that I hate you. You are a pile of garbage, washed Overwatch player who constantly gives shit advice and is always defending bigotry. Fuck you, Awkward. Anyway, that's all I have for today. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. As always, a great big special thank you to my channel members listed on screen now. If you want to find out how to become a channel member today, get awesome perks like seeing videos early, merch discount codes, and more, then please click that join button down below. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next one.